This Pilates sequence is all about activation for deep core muscles and layering up the bigger abdominal muscles over the top of that. You're just going to need a ball, and I've got some wrist weights, so you can use some hand weights or just 2 tins of beans. You're going to start by lying on your back, and the ball's going to go between your feet. Try and make your body as long as you can, stretching your head away from you, stretching your feet away from you. Arms come down by your side, turn your palms up towards the sky. Start with a squeeze of the ball between your feet. And imagine like that is the start of zipping up a long coat, one that starts at your ankles. Zip your legs together, pulling your thighs together, closing through your tummy muscles. Try and pull your ribs together, and then release. Go again, ball squeeze, trying to squeeze your whole legs together, trying to draw your tummy together, and now add on your pelvic floor. So your pelvic floor is underneath your body, running from your pubic bone at the front, tailbone at the back, hip bone, hip bone. Try and pull those 4 points together and then lift those 4 points inside. Release. And again, ball squeeze, strong ball squeeze. A gather of those 4 points together. Lift the pelvic floor inside and let it go. One more time practice. We're going to squeeze the ball. You're going to pull your legs together, close that zip on a long trench coat. Pick up those 4 points, almost like you're gathering up a handkerchief. Ruche up the handkerchief, pull the handkerchief through the middle of your body, and then release. And that's going to be the basics of everything we layer on top. So here we go again. Ball squeeze, close the legs together, pelvic floor lift. Breathe out, arms come up and over, lead with your thumbs. Breathe in, arms come back down. So you can keep the ball squeeze the whole time, adding on that pelvic floor lift each time. It's almost as though you've got your pelvic floor in your hands, and you're lifting that up as you take your arms up. The other way to think about that lift is that zipper that you've started at your feet keeps going. You zip up your tummy muscles. Like the 2 sides of your tummy have a zipper like you would on a pair of jeans. And as you pull the 2 sides together, you're tightening up that zipper. You're bringing the 2 sides of your tummy even closer together. Breathe out, arms up. Breathe in, arms down. Last 2. Last one. Notice how your back shouldn't lift up off the floor. Bend your knees. Next, your ball's going to go between your feet. From here, we're going to squeeze our legs together. You're going to give me that same lift, but this time I want you to tuck your bottom underneath you. Push your back into the floor as your arms come up. Release. Tip your pelvis forwards, arms down. Ball squeeze, tailbone tucks underneath you. Take your arms over your head. Arms come down by your side. You use your out breath to lift, so you build that tension as you breathe out. In breath, come back down. So you can either think about your tail tipping or your back pressing down into the bed. But you want it to come from the bottom of your spine. So try and keep your upper body still. As you tilt your tailbone underneath you, your back presses down. Try not to brace with the upper back. Just a small move from the lower back. The upper body stays still. You should be able to look straight up at the sky and keep your gaze in the same place the whole while. Last one. Release. Now we're going to lift up our heels and we're going to walk our toes all the way in towards our bottom. From here, we're going to do that same tuck. We're going to press our lower back down into the mat. And we're going to lift one leg and then the other leg into tabletop. Try not to let your back peel away from the floor. Keep it pressed down. Same thing. Ball squeeze, zipper up the tummy, take the arms over your head. Breathe in, arms come back and down. Breathe out, ball squeeze, lengthen overhead. Breathe in, arms down by your side. So your arms and the weights that you have on or in your hands are long levers, and as you move those levers away, you should feel the tension build through your tummy. So your arms, just in themselves, act as a weight, and you should feel your tummy muscles have to work harder each time they go over your head. And don't forget that ball squeeze at your knees. Use your out breath. 3, 2, last one, everything on together, hold it here, circle your arms down by your side. Give your knees a little hug in. Release your tailbone and lengthen your spine back down onto the mat. Hold behind your legs and see how straight you can get your legs up towards the sky. So it's okay for them to have a little bend, but don't start to let them go out in front of you. Try and go straight up. Hold them as straight as you can. This is going to drop your back even more down into the floor. From here, set of 10, ready? Ball squeeze, close the zipper, arms over your head. Breathe in, arms down by your side. Breathe out, ball squeeze, arms overhead. Breathe in, arms down by your side. So again, we're trying to drop your back down like there's a magnet on the back of your belly button, and there's another one lying underneath you between your back and the floor. Those two magnets are trying to get towards one another. So you're drawing your belly button down into the floor. Keep your legs straight, they start to shake. Out, breath up. In, breath down. The imprint your body makes on the floor, try and keep that the same all the way through. Give me 3, 2, last one. Hug your legs all the way back in. And our last one in this progression, in this position before we change. Pull your knees in, release your tailbone, lengthen your spine down, find tabletop. Now from here, our legs are going to start to go out straight. So as we breathe out, arms overhead, the legs are going to start to point out. Breathe in, bring the legs back in. Breathe out, squeeze the ball, take the legs away. Breathe in, arms down by your side. And again, I want you to notice that your back shouldn't lift up off the floor. Your back wants to press down onto the mat. If it does lift off, just lift your legs to the sky, or just take your legs out halfway until it starts to pick up. As you grow stronger through your tummy and your deep core muscles, you'll be able to maintain your position on the mat. You just have 3 more. Again, long out breath, zip up those legs, breathe in, come down. 2, last one. Release, arms down by your side, take the ball away. Arms up out to the side like a cactus, roll your knees to the right, turn your head to the left. You just give your back a little bit of space to move. Legs squeeze together, roll them to the left. Look over the right shoulder. Legs squeeze together again, bring them all the way back over. Last one each way, corkscrew twist through your spine, press your shoulders open. Last time, back the opposite way. Take it over onto your hands and knees. So on your hands and knees, you do the same thing here. We're going to have the ball squeeze between the legs because this is about the foundations, and that's going to help the foundation stay on throughout. First, find what we call pelvis neutral. So that's not tucked under and that's not too hung down. That's somewhere halfway between the two. Lift your chest up, tuck your chin, and start that zipper. Ball squeeze. Find that lift through the lower belly, pelvic floor lift. Take one hand away and just hold it here. Hold and breathe, hold and breathe, hold and breathe. Arm float down, nice and steady as you take it the other way. Nothing should move. What I want you to feel is that draw up and in, like you're zipping up your tummy muscles again, as though there's an elevator moving up through the middle of your body, and hold it here. Release. Now single arm floats forwards and back. And if you've got your hand weights in your hands, you can weight bear on those hand weights and then you lift them up as you go away. Squeezing the ball each time, lifting the tummy each time. Use your out breath, reach, in breath down. Out breath, reach, in breath down. 4, 3, 2, last one. Now the ball comes out and goes behind your right knee, last move. Opposite arm and opposite leg, lift to the sky and hold it here. Lift your chest up, tuck your chin, look straight down. As you squeeze that ball, that starts that engagement through the hip. You're going to zip up your tummy muscles, pull the two sides together, lengthen and breathe. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, change sides, ball behind the left knee. Give it a firm squeeze, reach the right arm away from you, lift your chest, keep looking straight down, hold it here. Stretch through your fingertips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change. Ball back behind your right knee. Lengthen your left arm away, and this time small little pulses. Each time you lift your arm and leg, I want you to imagine I've got a string attached to the back of your belly button, and I'm pulling that string out of your spine. 5, use your out breath. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Other side. Float the arm and leg up. Each tiny little pulse, the belly lifts up and in. Imagine I've got that thread in my fingers and lift. Chin stays tucked, looking straight down. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Hands come down. Finish this sequence in a little child's pose for as long as you have to let your body round out in shape, the tension release from your spine. Your shoulders drop down to the floor.